So what is Congress going to do about this fourth stimulus check? Well, it is likely that we will see President Biden pass an executive order very soon, everybody, and this will prevent millions of Americans falling back into poverty, all done by sending out the fourth stimulus check. As many of you know, lawmakers in Congress have not passed President Biden's Build Back Better bill before the deadline. In this video, I'll be sharing with you more details on the next round of stimulus payments and who is eligible to receive a stimulus check. And remember, I'm always here every day for this community. I want to do my very best in providing you with the most up-to-date stimulus check information, Social Security information, SSI, SSDI, RRB, and VA beneficiary information. So be sure to watch this entire video.
Right, but the first thing we have to do is recognize the reality. Are we satisfied with the status quo? I think we're not. What does that mean? We got to raise the minimum wage to a living wage.
Exactly.
Okay? So anyone works 40 hours a week in this country should not be living in poverty. I believe that's $15 an hour over the next several years. Pay equity, obviously, for women workers who are now making 79 cents on the dollar. That's a pretty easy one. Joe, Willie, Mike, Mika, real unemployment in this country is not 5%.
First of all, I want to go over who might be owed more stimulus relief money from the federal government. American parents have already received their last monthly child tax credit payment, folks, and this comes as millions of Americans are still waiting for the next stimulus check. There's still being more money than many parents can claim this tax season, as part of the next federal stimulus response. Now, the expanded child tax credit increased payments from $2,000 to up to $3,600 per child, and put more money in parents' pockets ahead of tax time. Eligible parents got half of the credit in advance payments from July to December, all of last year. Under the American Rescue Plan, folks, the credit was only expanded for a single year, and there is still a lot of support to extend it from multiple lawmakers like Nancy Pelosi, for instance. So if any of you guys did qualify for the expanded child tax credit, you can expect some additional relief when you file your taxes.
75 years or longer in preparation for the passage of Social Security. This has been a value system for us, for our country, and certainly a priority for the Democratic Party. We stood proudly together on the steps of the Capitol yesterday to declare that as we observe the 75th anniversary of the establishment of Social Security, that we are here to preserve Social Security and make the clear differentiation. The Republicans in their budget have the privatization of Social Security. Democrats want to preserve Social Security, Republicans want to privatize it. We are for ensuring Social Security. They will enable social insecurity. So that's where we are. In terms of the commission, certainly we all agree that we need to reduce the deficit, and that is a responsibility that we have. You all know how much pride I take in being a mom and a grandmother, and I have no intention of leaving my children or grandchildren any debts. And I think that we all, as public policy makers, share that view. The fact is, though, that I don't think, and I've said this over and over, that we should be balancing the budget by raising the retirement age of Social Security. I oppose that. There should be two separate conversations. What are we doing to keep Social Security solvent? Let's discuss that. What are we doing to balance the budget? But let's not say that we should balance the budget by making the Social Security age, raising the Social Security age.
Advance monthly payments only made up half of the full credit amount for 2021, and eligible families will receive the second half of the expanded child tax credit. But changes to your income or other eligibility factors are going to impact how much you can expect, everybody, when you file for your taxes. So if any of you guys are still waiting for a fourth stimulus check, just tell me in the comments down below. I always want to do my very best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. People have to receive the stimulus check, folks. It is definitely necessary. If you guys agree, tell me in the comments. Folks, remember, what's more is that the US Treasury officials have already warned that the IRS could face enormous challenges this year. And according to the Washington Post, to avoid delays, including potential delays in processing your remaining child tax credit, the IRS recommends filing early and preparing all necessary documents before tax season begins on January 24th. If you received advanced child tax credit payments, then your eligibility was based on your last filed tax return. For most people, that would be your 2020 tax return. If any of your qualifying details change in 2021, it could change the amount you're eligible for, and you'll need to account for those changes when you file your taxes this year. Another important thing to remember is that before tax season starts, you should receive a letter from the IRS. This letter is important because it will be detailing how much money you received in advance child tax credit payments and the number of qualifying children that the IRS continued that the IRS counted to determine the amount you qualify for. You can use this letter to determine how much of the child tax credit you're still paying, how much of the child tax credit you're still owed when you file your return. The child tax credit, though, is not a new benefit. It was just temporarily expanded for 2021. Previously, the credit allowed parents to claim up to $2,000 per child under age 17. For 2021 taxes, parents can claim up to $3,000 for each child between 6 and 17, and $3,600 for younger children under age 6. But these amounts begin to phase out once you reach a certain income threshold. I know many of you guys do want Congress to extend the monthly relief payments, and so do I. I think it's kind of insane and mad how President Biden has not sent out the fourth stimulus check in time. People are still waiting for a fourth stimulus payment, everybody. And still, Joe Manchin is one of the biggest obstacles in the way of sending out the fourth stimulus check just because he doesn't want the requirements to be set up as a condition for families to receive up to $300 in monthly checks. So why is Joe Manchin, everybody, holding back our stimulus payments? Do you believe that he should do a better job in sending us stimulus checks? Tell me in the comments down below.
What is that for? To pay for tax cuts for the wealthy that went before? Now we have to raise the retirement age. Is that for wars, endless wars, unpaid for wars? Now we have to raise the retirement age. These are two separate subjects. The solvency of Social Security, that's one subject. Let's discuss that. Reducing the deficit, it's a different subject.
Are you hamstringing the commission, though, by saying that there shouldn't be, they can't even consider an increase in the retirement age?
Well, I would certainly hope so, but I don't think I will have that impact. That would be my goal, but I don't think I have that much influence on what they do. They're an independent commission appointed by the president. They, in their role, they have to do what they have to do, and if they want to put everything on the table, I think that our seniors will fare very well. Because what are we talking about here? We're talking about how we create growth to increase the revenues to come into the federal treasury. And growth, that's one way to reduce the deficit. As we have done, the president has his commission. We have done the president one better in the freeze that he had on spending on appropriations. We took it $7 billion less than the president. We have pay-as-you-go as the law of the land. When I became Speaker, we made it the rule of the House, and now it is the law of the land under President Obama. We have cuts. I've asked for all of the cuts from the appropriators, and their bills are coming through much lower than before. So there are many ways, whether it's increasing revenue, reducing spending, establishing priorities, eliminating waste, fraud, abuse, duplication, obsolescence, harshly subject every federal dollar to the harshest scrutiny.